let me throw the final googly question to you. You predicted Bihar last time and got it wrong. Yeah. You know, the fact was you expected Tejashwi Yadav to have an edge.
Pull through.
This time you've given the edge very clearly to the NDA. Once bitten, twice shy. Is Bihar a tough state? 2015 you got it spot on. You were the only person to give the kind of sweep that Nitish and Lalu got. 2020 you got it wrong. That's why Utar Chadav I keep saying. Is 2025, how sure are you of these numbers? Given all that we've seen happening to pollsters in Haryana, in the Lok Sabha, are you dead sure? Because 41 plays 43, correct me if I'm wrong, is within the margin of error. Normally pollsters give a 2 to 3% margin of error. Are you within that margin of error?
Of course, Rajdeep, even if the worst possible scenario, if you see our NDA lower range and Mahagathbandhan higher range, it is coming to that point only. Now, as you mentioned about our track record, let me give the full story. I'm not getting into the bigger debate. I'm simply saying out of 3 Lok Sabha, and this is the 3rd assembly election. Can you? As you mentioned, 2015, we were spot on an assembly election. In 2019, we predicted 39 seats for the NDA. They secured 39 seats. Anybody can predict that. Ravi Shankar.
But is it a tough election? No, Pradeep, nobody does. You see, I am asking you very clearly, is it a tough? When I look at these numbers, somewhere I get a sense, maybe you've underpolled NDA, possible. And maybe they could, with a 2% edge, get more. Or have you underpolled possibly one of the other parties, and thereby it becomes a close race? All I say, do you rule out a hung assembly?
Can I add to that question, Rajdeep?
Yeah,
just
please.
With what Rajdeep said, Pradeep ji, the entire debate was that the Gathbandhan needs an X factor plus MY plus one more. If you look at your micro data, they have that 2% from VIP. And the micro data does seem to suggest that. So they do have that 2% extra. 2 to 4% extra.
Yeah, I'm telling you where they got this incremental vote from.
Right.
2%, as you rightly pointed out, the Mahila community. Among the Ravi Dasya, also, if you see that, there they got good 2-3 points more from there.
Exactly. So then, because you had only said, Pradeep ji, that I will only watch out at 2 communities, they will define this election.
Yes,
the non-Jatav Dalits, which are the non-Ravi Dasyas, and then you had said the Mala community, when you came to our show. Now, both of them have been able to take away a bit, a sizable chunk to the MGB has gone. So why is it that they're doing well, yet they are falling short?
No, this chunk is total absolute number. For Malla is 4 and for Jatavs is 5. So 9, even if they score 6 or 7 points among the 9, that 31 plus 9, 6 to 7 point, it contribute about 31 plus 6 is 37. And the rest of it, even if they secure 10 to 20% point, the 41% point you will see witness it.
So overall, after having done the exit poll, what according to you has been the X factor? Is it the Yuva?
The caste, Mahila, Yuva. These are the 3 major factors. And most importantly, the clean governance of Nitish Kumar and the honest image of Nitish Kumar has paved the way in favor of BJP despite of 20 years of rule of Nitish Kumar.
Pradeep ji, which side
last
of the
30 seconds, if I may, had the Congress been able to pull ahead, had the Congress been able to pull in some more numbers, they would have taken the Mahagathbandhan past the victory mark?
Yes, you can say that. You can say that. They are doing, the strike rate of Mahagathbandhan, among the Mahagathbandhan group, the RJD strike rate is still better than the Congress one.
Right.
So that would have been made the difference.
Pradeep ji, ek aakhri sawal. If you can tell us before you go, which side is most favorable or which will happen, the lower side of the Mahagathbandhan or the upper side and vis-a-vis NDA? Which is most probable according to you?
The best possible situation always in our range is midpoint, which is 130 to 110.
Okay, so essentially you're looking at 131 plays 108, which is not too dissimilar to what happened in 2020. is what Pradeep Gupta is. Your purple is looking very good. You're branding Axis My India. You're moving from studio to studio. This is the new gymnast called Pradeep Gupta. We'll wait and see whether you're still smiling at this time on Friday. I wish you well. And yes, क्या है?
राजदीप एक बार
कभी
फिर से
खुशी कभी गम यार, लाइफ है ये.
अरे कोई टेंशन नहीं राजदीप, फिर से बोलता हूँ, एक्सिस माई इंडिया का ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड, आउट ऑफ 80 polls वी कुड कॉल करेक्टली द 74, 6 times
अरे
we were
74 ठीक है सर. सर कोई आपको ये
तो आप ट्रैक उसकी चिंता ही ना कीजिए, आप स्माइल हमेशा रहेगी. जो आपका कभी कभी थोड़ा सा वो दिखता है तो वी कुड हैव डन बेटर, वी कुड हैव पुट मोर एफर्ट, एंड इट्स एवरी इलेक्शन हियर एंड देयर इज ऑलवेज अ गुड लर्निंग एंड इट्स अ पैशन. वी एंजॉय दिस लाइक प्लेइंग एनी लाइक अ स्पोर्ट.
Okay, we wish you well, Pradeep Gupta. Okay, we'll wish you well. We'll see whether Bihar's pitch proves tricky again or you batted the right way. Appreciate you joining us on that Axis My India poll.